meeting to order. Clerk, could you call a roll, please?
Angie Wolf.
Okay. We'll come back to you, Angie.
Cindy Biting.
Here.
Mary Beth Shaw.
Here.
James Cartman.
Here.
Barb Stotts.
Here.
Matt Crowe.
Here.
Woo! All right.
Angie Wolf.
Oh, there we are.
There
Oh, there we
we
go.
go.
Awesome. All right, well, I do have proof of posting. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So,
Second. Woo-hoo, go Barb. Nope. Mike?
Yes.
Mary Beth?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Barb? Yes. Angie? How about Matt?
Yes.
Oh, good. There's Angie.
Here.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Thank you all.
Yeah, here.
Here, yeah, whatever.
I think that's because you guys are farther away.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Talk loud.
No, talk loud. All right, do we have a motion then to approve the meeting minutes from March 28th?
so,
Second. All right, any questions? Hearing none. Mike?
Yes.
Mary Beth?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Barb? Yes. Matt?
yes.
Angie?
Yes.
Perfect. Do I have a motion to approve the payroll accruals and disbursements as they've been presented?
So,
Second. All right, I have first and second. Any questions on any of the information? Not hearing or seeing anything. Mike?
Yes.
Mary Beth?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Barb? Yes. Angie?
Yes.
And Matt? No, Matt. Matt, are you there yet?
yes.
Awesome, thank you.
Andrew's saying that's cutting in
Yeah.
and out though, so that might be a problem.
Oh. All right, well, we'll keep going here until we can, as long as we can. All right, I don't believe there's any public input. Just a quick item, I wanted to just say thank you to the teachers that we had here. I think it's so important to have them here, to talk to them, have that opportunity. And I think it's a great time to really be able to sit down and, even if we don't talk a lot, there's still that collaboration that we're getting to. So just wanted to say thank you. District administrator and, or admin staff, I don't know if anybody has any.
Yeah, I don't know if
questions or-
there's board members, if you have any questions regarding the administrative reports that were presented. Hearing none, I think we're good.
Awesome. All right, we will move then on to our facilities and transportation. It doesn't look like we have Mike here, but he did, looks like, hopefully not.
Yes,
Okay.
Okay.
you probably lost track of time or
Yeah.
creature of habit.
Yeah.
They are working hard out there.
They really are.
Probably out there working.
Looks amazing. The brick up there is so nice. I don't know if you have any other specific things you wanted to share, or?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna have, Bev brought it up. So the metal framing interior, really, that was one thing that when I was gone last week and then came back, it really was amazing how much of the interior framing was done. So for like the classrooms taking shape,
Sure.
it's like the entire 5th grade and then down to that corner where the 4th grade wing is. And then they've already started the run down the west. So from like the 4th grade transitioning into 3rd grade. The one that's been really hard for me to visualize is those classrooms that are on the interior, so to speak, where we had talked about having those windows, the little like cutouts, so they still have natural light. Now that they're framed in, it's much easier to see what it's going to look like. So that was kind of cool to see. They actually started painting in the gym today. So like all the framing is done around where that partition wall is going to move in and out down the center of the gym, and painting started in the gym. So that's some pretty substantial progress. The roofing has made its way down onto the north side, quite a ways down to the front here, so like the northeast corner, which is probably the most crucial thing that we have right now is getting the roof on. So hopefully they can get a lot done tomorrow before it rains tomorrow night and Wednesday. But that progress was very encouraging to see. The brick, yes, is completed all the way around the building and back to the front. Windows, done in multiple areas as well. The north, working on the north side, the south side is done. Windows are there. The metal panels and the roofing trim that is going up on the mezzanine in the IMC area, and then that'll go on the gym eventually. And then they continue to, the spray fireproofing continues to follow the roofing. So when I walked in there this weekend, the spray fireproofing would be down, like first grade, the northwest corner of the building where first grade is gonna be is where they're doing spray fireproofing right now. So all in all, I think progress certainly continues. They make a lot of progress on things they're working on. Obviously, internally, there's a lot of conversations and some moments where suddenly you worry about supplies showing up, which is everyone's world right now as you're trying to build or do anything. So, I mean, just to keep that reality in front of us, that as much progress as they're making and as optimistic and hopeful as we all are, I think we also all still need to remain realistic that with the thousands of logistics involved in this project and the supplies and the things that need to be procured,
We've been very fortunate.
we continue to dodge bullets.
Yeah.
But we gotta hope that can continue to be the case if we're in fact going to be ready to move in for the start of the school year. But it's encouraging to see, but there's still a lot of things that have to come into place. But I just want to scroll down real quick. I don't know if there was anything that he included on there that I forgot to mention. Did I get them all? Sorry,
Yeah, you didn't.
I wasn't looking.
Didn't know if you wanted to scroll the pictures in.
Oh, that's all right. Anyone have any questions or anything you want me to take back to Mike or to Bill?
I think we're good.
Okay, sounds
Awesome.
good.
All right, we will move on then to curriculum. Any questions on the regular report that we provide that has kind of gone on for a while?
Yep, so Katie had finalized the data updates on the operational planning information this afternoon, so I did email that to board members and then included it on the agenda as well. Not that this is like cause for major concern, but just it's always good to be aware. I mean, the numbers, case counts have crept up a little bit in the last couple of weeks. We're certainly still in a different world than we were in January, but the numbers have crept up a little bit in the last couple of weeks. I don't think we've really seen much of an impact as a school district. I think, we've had some kids absent just with illnesses and with colds and things like that. It's not as though we're seeing mass numbers of kids missing school because of COVID, but they're sick with other things. So I would say from my standpoint, and principals, you can correct me if I'm wrong, or Matt or Kelly, I mean, from my standpoint, our operations have been quite smooth since we made the transition, which is something to be thankful and grateful for and happy with, that we've been able to basically maintain normal operations since we made that shift a month and a half ago. So,
I would guess numbers are gonna tick up anyway a little bit, spring break for everybody,
Yeah, I
so.
agree.
principals, anybody, anything to add relative to operational planning?
I just want to say our Test to Stay program is up and running. So that Test to Stay program is for students who's not vaccinated but deemed to be a close contact but asymptomatic. So then we're able to give them rapid tests, give them a couple rapid tests, days apart, so they can stay in school and not have to quarantine. We've had to do that in a small number of cases, but helps us move along and hopefully that, you know, the worst of the pandemic is behind us.
Amen.
Yeah, and then testing too, we moved our testing from 10 to 11 just to 9:30 to 10 because of lower demand.
Cool. That's nice. Even though, you know, you still have to do it, it's nice that it's a shorter window. Progress.
Any other questions on that? Yep, sure. So we have Mr. Moore here, then we have Kelly Santel as well, with some updates on summer school. So I don't know which one, or if they're both going to do it. I want to take the lead and just give a quick update on summer school planning.
Well, I am more than happy to, Kelly. All right, so first things first, the dates for summer school are listed behind you, starting the week of June 20th. So we'll have 2 weeks in June, 2 weeks in July. There are 4-day weeks again. And the reason we are splitting it is so then after July 14th, especially the teachers at Black Earth are able to finish packing up their things. I've asked them to hit pause from end of the year until then, until summer school is done. I didn't want summer school to happen in bare rooms. That seems unappealing, so they're going to have some things in there anyway. So those are the dates, and again, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then as our course catalog rolled out on Thursday morning, you can see each week how many courses there were offered, 14, 13, and 14, which I thought was pretty great. And then next part, thank you. Then the next 4 slides are simply just an explanation of, or not explanation, a list of just all the courses that are available for kids to choose from. And one thing that I tried to make sure the teachers did, if they were able to and willing to, I guess is a more accurate way to say it, is if they were going to do a course, try and make it applicable for students in 1st and 2nd grade, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and then 6th through 8th. Most were good with that and thought they could do that. Some were a little more hesitant, which I understand as well. So it wasn't a deal breaker, but certainly a suggestion, just then we had more offerings at every grade level as opposed to just one group of kids. So most people are good with that. Another offering that we're going to have is another summer science camp. This is the 14th year this has happened, not consecutive because we took the summer off for COVID, but we're going to have summer science camp again. They added a topic which is very exciting. It's an upsetting topic for me as someone who doesn't care for birds. It's birds of Wisconsin. I'm not going to be any part of that, but
Co-teaching.
Gross, I'm not teaching it. So
You just let the cat out of the bag.
that's fair. Yeah.
Someone's gonna call in sick that day.
Well, and now all the birds are getting quarantined too, so there's,
Fair. This again is for kiddos who are entering 4th grade up through grade 12. And we've already had a couple families send their stuff, so it's very exciting partnership. And then as far as staffing is concerned, here's how it shakes down. 19 teachers total. We have 12 district employees and 7 out-of-district employees who are going to teach. And then support staff, we have 5 who are district employees and 2 that are not. So, I don't know what else.
can I
Yeah.
pretend I'm a student and sign up for Disney Mania?
Scott probably is teaching that one.
Yeah.
At all. The registration opened on Thursday morning at 7 a.m. and at about 7:05 I had about 15 emails. The course is full that I wanted. I was like, oh my gosh, so
Wow,
it was
that's
just
awesome.
it was real cutthroat.
I was on 701, so.
Did you get everything you
And
wanted?
yes, I did.
So, that's how it had to happen. But,
Surprised
you
you
know,
didn't email them and say, these are the ones. Put me
yeah.
I could never.
Which is exciting, but at the same time, it's It's tricky because I want to make everybody happy, but at the same time, I don't want classes of 32 kids, so it's a very delicate balance, but we've already extended a few classes by 2 or 3 kids, and they went just as quickly as, it was just wild to sit there and watch it on the other end. It's like, oh geez, there we go, and all done. So it was cool, but at the same time, very stressful. So yeah, we'll keep it open until next Friday, and then we will officially close it. But we will always have people that we will register after the fact. But it's just another process. And Tammy Schaefer has been remarkable, building it like it's no big deal. I do know it is it's a tricky thing, but she's got it down to a science, so I appreciate her effort in that, because I would not have the time to enter them into Skyward one course at a time, one period at a time, one grade level at a time, the way she does. So she's been awesome to have, so I appreciate that immensely. Any questions about summer school?
Thanks to the both of you. Kelly,
Yeah.
thanks for
Yeah.
jumping on the bandwagon.
No, I mean, summer school from a school district standpoint, I mean, if people were to ask you, like, what should be one of the most positive things that happens in your school district? Summer school should be one of the most positive things that happen in a school district. The opportunity for kids to still learn things, but in a very different kind of play-based, interest-based fashion, with much less stress and anxiety, and just kind of a fun environment, and to engage with their peers, for our staff members to be able to do things that they would never be able to do during a normal school year, just because of the restrictions, if you will, but I mean just the autonomy that they have as teachers as well. And then, I mean, from a school district standpoint, for us to not only help engage kids in further learning, but yes, if we can get enough kids involved in a summer school program, it actually can generate revenue for the district, because we're then able to claim the kids. The FTE that we gain during summer school goes onto our revenue limit worksheet. So, I mean, summer school in terms of a school district can and should be one of the most positive things you do, just because of so many factors. And yes, at the end of the day, if it allows us to add 10 FTE, well, that's 10 FTE that we get funding for at the state level. So it's definitely a win-win. So please encourage people. I'm glad to hear courses were filling up and people were excited. But please encourage people to get signed up if they have not, because yeah, the flip side of that is you have a course that does not have enough students, and then you can't run it. So if people are like holding on just for some reason or forget to do it, please encourage them, because we want to run as many classes as possible.
So is there anything in place, there used to be years ago for, 6th through 12th grade, where they have credit recovery or any kind of remedial stuff for them?
Great timing, Ms.
Hey,
Costello.
there
Welcome to the Buzzsaw.
We did credit recovery as a demand, like last year, for students with the pandemic that had failed in their academic core. We haven't really investigated it this year as an option. The issue is always getting a teacher for that. But we certainly could explore it again and see what we could offer for students. I know we have some credit deficient students, particularly in grade 10. Who are, it's a handful of kids that struggled last year with online learning, and now because they're repeating some core academic courses, are struggling again because they're doubled up. So, but yeah, I can certainly look to create something and then see if I can find a teacher if there's a need.
I think it comes down to more, is there a need? I don't think you need to create anything unless there you see a need.
Yeah.
Yes.
The issue becomes, like, the students that I have in my, just I'm thinking about, their credit need is more than can be recovered in a summer. And so, like, just in my past experience, they're in a place where it's like, they need to accelerate and earn more credits than what they can in a traditional school schedule. So it's gonna have to be like, just creative thinking and seeing what we can do to help them.
We also end up with a lot of kids at the secondary level, and this is completely opposite end of the spectrum probably, that participate in like weight training and that type of thing.
Yeah.
So we still do get a number of the secondary kids that show up in the building during summer school, and a lot of them it's typically for getting ready for things that they're interested in co-curriculars, which is a great opportunity, once again, both for them and for the district, because that can count as summer school. So, and yeah, you guys already said, but just huge thanks to Kelly and to Scott for their willingness to take the lead on this and to make this happen, because as I said before, it's a positive thing, but if there's no one willing or able to lead it, well, then positive things don't always happen. So thank you for.
And thanks to the teachers too that take up their
Yeah.
summertime to engage in that, because as I was thinking about, my child engaging with peers over different grade levels, like that's one positive to come out of it, but also, the staff and getting introduced and engaging with staff members that you might come, into contact with down the road at different grade levels is really cool too, as she's going through the list, and who's teaching that? Oh, I remember her, that was really, she was cool, you know, and it's like, hey, you might be in 5th grade, or, you know, whatever, so, that's really special too, so.
For sure.
Awesome. I think that's good. All right. We will then move on to our district business. While it's nice to have them separated, I think we'll, for ease of online people, we'll combine them if that's okay. To have a motion then to approve 6.1 and 6.2.
So, real quick, sorry,
Sorry.
I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
6.1 is an acknowledgement though.
Oh, yes,
So
it
we
is.
actually
So we don't need to.
we don't need action on that one, so
Thank you.
we just need action on 6.2.
Perfect. Do I have a motion? for
I'll
six?
make a motion to accept the donation under 6.2.
Second.
And so we do have that motion. I do just want to go back quick and acknowledge DJ Robbie Rob for the incredible work he did for that dance. I heard it was amazing. $334 is a great donation, so thank you to him. But then going back to 6.2, the Explorers Courtyard, I think this is also a very generous offer. It's such a neat opportunity. Do you have anything else?
Matt, anything to throw out there about that?
No, it really was remarkable because we applied for a grant, some of the Black Earth teachers for doing some outdoor, not like climbing playthings, but planting and those types of things in that courtyard between the two buildings. And the grant was not fully funded, so I got a call one day that this group that would like to remain anonymous would like to help us purchase some of the things that we couldn't get in the grant. So it really was terrific. And it's a testament to the supportive community that we have here. That there are a lot of people who have their ear to the ground and they would like to contribute to a good cause.
It's going to be really neat to see what happens out in that courtyard. It's going to be quite the development, I think, over the next months.
Yeah, months and you know, this is a project that it's not going to be totally finished right away, even with this grant money. So it's gonna literally and figuratively grow.
I love it. It's awesome. Oh, sorry. All right, any other comments on that? So then we will do we have the motion first and second on 6.2. I'll call the roll. Mike?
Yes.
Mary Beth?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Barb?
Yes.
Matt?
Yes.
And Angie?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Matt, for double. That was awesome. All right. So then, I think these are all.
Yep, So
those positions yet?
For personnel, we had put 7-3 on here as a placeholder because we thought there was a possibility we were going to have a name and a recommendation. We're still in the process of finalizing that name and recommendation, so we are ready obviously on 7.1 and 7.2 under personnel, but we do not have a name, so that middle school, high school PE position will come back for the next board agenda.
Okay. All right, so then I will look for a motion for 7.1 and 7.2.
So,
Second.
All right. I will go ahead and call roll unless there's anything.
I'll just make note, cool to see Cassie back. She's a
Yeah.
Heights alum
Yeah.
too, so, very cool to
That's
have.
really cool.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
back in the district.
Yeah. And thank you to Brenda for all of her work as she retires. So,
Mhm.
yeah. All right, Mike?
yes.
Mary Beth?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Barb?
Yes.
Matt? He gave his other
Yes.
motion. And Angie? Yes. Awesome. All right, future meeting dates. Anything more specific needed other than our normal?
No, I mean, it's crazy that I think we're down to 7 weeks of the academic year left. I mean, we're down to, April and May
Like
basically
that.
for board meetings.
Yeah.
So we've almost gone through another school year.
Holy cow. Yeah, not ready,
No, I'm sorry.
not ready. I don't have Angie to commiserate with. Awesome, well then I will look for a motion to adjourn.
So I will make a motion to adjourn.
Mary Beth. Mary Beth. Awesome. Mike?
Yes.
Mary Beth?
Yes.
James? Barb?
Yes.
Angie? Yes. And Matt?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.